Hi everyone, and welcome to day 12 of 30 Days of Healing. I'm excited that the angels have asked me to share another crystal healing grid with you all today, as this is one of those areas that the angels are very specific about which crystals I share to help individuals. And these crystal healing grids are often similar to the ones that come through when I'm working on healings on individuals. As every healing I do, whether it's distance or nearby, comes with crystals. The distance healings, though, always come with a picture of the grid that I use to assist in your healing. And the really amazing things about these grids is that as I'm creating them, the angels tend to show them to me in stages. So at first they will guide me as to which crystals to get out of my crystal stash. And as I'm starting to get the crystals out, the grid will take formation in my mind. And it even gets to the point where they'll tell me where to put a particular one, but they won't show me the overall picture until it's finished. And I really love how there's a level of trust for this to happen, just as we in our daily lives need to have trust when we rely on our angels and guides to help us. And when the final grid is completed, the really cool thing about it is often that what the recipient of the grid finds in it is different than what I see in it. Or the feeling that others get might be different than the feeling that I have. So because I know a lot of people will want to know, I'm going to first go through the different crystals in this grid because they're very important for anyone who will come across this video at any time. These crystals in this formation will assist with your healing of the next stages according to what you're ready for in your ascension journey. So that means anyone who is just starting out and looking for help, and anyone who thinks that they've been on the spiritual journey forever, and everyone in between, you will each get out of this grid the energy according to your needs. So starting at the very top of the grid, near my business card holder that they wanted on there for some reason, I think, it's the energy of the flowers on my card. I don't know if you can see on the left-hand side there, but there are flowers on the card, and there's a yellow flower at the bottom of the grid as well, or the business card as well. So that's bringing the nature back in. We're kind of continuing our nature theme from yesterday. So up at the top is a raw amethyst crystal, and if we're working clockwise, it then goes to a smaller rose quartz, then a blue sodalite, which is also a raw crystal. It's not tumbled. Underneath that is a tumbled amethyst. The one at the very bottom is one of my absolute favorites to work with, and the females watching this, or those who identify as females, might get more of a charge out of that crystal than anyone else, and that is because it's a moonstone. It happens to be a black moonstone with peach streaks in it. And black moonstone is known in particular for assisting females. They want me to show it to you closer, so I'll see if you can see the detail. This black moonstone is just gorgeous. I love it. Very, very, very healing and grounding for women as they go through different transitions in their lives. Next to that is hematite. And then this is my super duper energetic healing citrine. And a lot of people see citrine as only a wealth stone, but it's also a very healing stone. And that baby is with me often. It's my headache relief and my pain relief more often than not in in-person healings. And then there's another rose quartz before we head up to the top. And the one in the very middle is a Labradorite, which is another one that just has the most beautiful energy to it. This Labradorite heart was the very first crystal I ever purchased for myself. I was at a Mind, Body, Spirit festival, and I picked this up, and I felt so drawn to it, and I held it in my hand. And as I stood there, it got hotter and hotter and hotter, and it was really bizarre because it wasn't where I was one hand that wasn't holding the crystal was cold, and the other one holding the crystal was like overheating. And I thought, I need this. I need to bring this home with me. And this is before I did my crystal healing training. It's before I really knew anything about crystals. I just knew I needed to have that one. So that Labradorite, again, is very healing and comes with me often when I work on others. And Labradorite, for those who aren't aware, is the stone that really helps with helping to remove depression and sadness energy from the human body. And so some people like to put it at the bottom of their feet when they sleep at night and imagine that all the negative energy is draining out of your body and going into the Labradorite. I shouldn't say negative energy, lower vibration, not negative, because it's all learning. So, and on either side, my two wands, this is a selenite wand, and the one on the other side is another amethyst. And those two wands are with me for every healing that I do. So they are kind of like my mini superpowers, those two. So why they brought us to this, interestingly, before I started this meditation, the angels told me that the goal or purpose or the theme that we'd be discussing was water and the importance of the connection between humans and water. And yesterday we spoke a lot about our connection to nature in general, but today they went, well, we're going to take that one step further and talk about the importance of water. Because water is very cleansing. And if we're near an oceanic or saltwater body of water, then the salt in that water ups that cleansing even more. So then I was saying to the angels and guides, well, if I'm talking about water, why are we doing a grid? Besides the obvious fact, which is that I haven't done my hair today and you don't want to see that. But I asked what the deal was, and they said, think about it. What creates crystals? Yes, time and pressure. But for some crystals, it's also the water within rocks. And anyone can correct me if they're wrong, because I haven't actually researched how they're formed. I just know how they help me. So there is water, a water component involved in creating crystals. And there's even some crystals out there that you can still see water droplets trapped within them that have not fully converted to crystalline form, which I think is mighty cool. I don't own one of those, so I can't show you what I mean. So connection to water. If you're not near a saltwater source, saltwater baths become very important. And there is another video on that on my YouTube channel. If you just search on Rebecca Louise French when you're in YouTube, you'll come across one of my playlists, which is Tools for Sensitive People. And there's a video there on the importance of saltwater baths and different essential oils that you might like to add to help out with that. So regular grounding, regular self-care, regular connection with nature, which includes the importance of water. And they're also saying there's people watching this that need that extra little nudge, which is about the need to drink more water. Just because coffee and soda pop or fizzy, as the Aussies say, or cordial, just because all those things are liquids doesn't mean they count as water. So for an angel to be happy that you're having water, the answer is pure water, pure and simple, nothing added unless you like a little squeeze of lemon or lime juice to give it a bit of an extra kick for you. So those are just some thoughts to leave you with today. Gaze upon this grid, see what it's trying to convey to you. And if there are no messages per se, just absorb the energy that it's giving out, allow it to wash over you, and give the grid any of your concerns, anything that you're ready to release, anything that you want to let go of. You can hand that over and imagine yourself placing it in the middle of this grid to be transmuted at the sun and never to be seen again, and just to release it. But then also nurture yourself with the saltwater baths or walking barefoot along a river, stream, or an ocean. And start or continue to focus on some self-care Self-care is incredibly important right now as we're recovering from this pretty brutal full moon that we had a couple days ago, or yesterday for some of us. Allow yourself to heal. Today's a rest day. Today is not a go crazy action day for many people. So let that happen and trust in yourself in what you need. If your body says rest, don't push yourself because you set some goal that you thought you had to do. Allow the rest to come. Thank you, beautiful people, for being here with me today, and I hope that you found some sort of peace or resonance within this message from the angels and guides. If you'd like to comment below with your favorite crystal or the one that speaks to you most from this grid, when you gazed upon it, the one that kind of jumped out for you, please do share below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and hit like and subscribe to my channel if you want to be notified when I'm on live. Thank you for being here. Much love and angel blessings. Bye.